Okie dokie. I'm now going to set about getting all the bad ends so that we can do all the actual bonus, like, story stuff. And also so that whenever we do Book of Shadows in the reasonably far future, it all makes sense. So this is going to be just a supercut of everyone dying, basically. Because I think that that's really the only, like, bonus thing that I need to do. So yeah, see you when the first thing changes. Whenever I was going through here, this seemed to have been special. There it goes. Really, is that it? A face? God damn it, I had to reload for that. Oh well. Now we can actually read these victims' memoirs to their completion. Victims' memoirs 1 out of 5. Let our parting be but temporary. I send thee flowers, my beautiful flower, as thou waitst eternal for my return. Beautiful flowers thou canst see. And shouldst I e'er break free of this hell, and retake my place at thy side, these words I couldst never say, and these feelings I couldst never give, will all be laid bare for thee. Okay, 1 out of 5. Time to find some more. Victims' memoirs 2 out of 5. Alas, the only flowers that bloom in hell are white as freshly fallen snow. So on a lark, thy heart, pure as a heart can be, I wish to stab with pins and scatter the petals. Let the white flowers be dyed red by thee. These are some weird memoirs. Victims' memoirs 3 out of 5. Woe is me, who never stopped loving thee, even if thou choosest to move on, I will always love thee forevermore, forevermore, forevermore. Woe is me, whose crotch is raw and bloody, I scratch it so much I want to show it to thee to prove it is thine, that I still love thee. Okay. Victims' memoirs 4 out of 5. Didn't want to see your face is for no one but me, as I burn in the fires of hell. Continue to live here, I am not dead yet. Let our part dead aura. The remainder of the page is caked with blood, is so thick as to obscure any further writing. Okay. Only one left. Okay. This should be one of our first wrong ends now. The 5th and final chapter of the victim's memoirs is sitting on the ground here. Read it. It is better not to, but we're fucking up on purpose now. Victim's memoirs 5 out of 5. Ew, cats die. You can't just die. Apologize to me when you're dead, you bitch. Going to rip your intestines from your body and make red flowers bloom all. Something add, and over that white skin of yours. Why would you star these out? They won't even be able to tell if you're a boy or a girl anymore when I'm done with you. No? Possession? Poor girl. Poor girl. Naomi, you poor girl. You poor girl. What's happened to you? Seiko? I really didn't think that Seiko would be one for getting possessed. Seiko, no. Please. Seiko's spirit was clearly not entirely intact. She was a shell of her former self, and it didn't seem like she was coming back. It had been around 4 days since we'd gotten trapped in this school, give or take. That's a long time when you consider that the original game happens over the course of a few hours. Like, they just never find anyone else. And the two of us were stuck here, forever. Alone together in this hell, never again to see another living being while we still drew breath.
Naomi?
Hello.
Seiko. Naomi? Seiko. やだ。元に戻ったの。もう、心配した。
Seiko, have you finally come back to your senses? You have no idea how worried I was.
Naomi, かわいそう。かわいそう。
Naomi, you poor girl, you poor girl. She can't take it anymore. Alright. I admit, I was expecting a little more. But that's all endings in Chapter 1. Or at least for my achievements. Which I think does mean that I can just do this now. Because I don't remember how to get the rest of these. Yeah, I can just... I feel like I have to do the thing to make it to where it happens wrong, not just let it be wrong. Oh. Okay, well. In this one, we just don't go grab bucket. Oh, I can't watch them. I can only see what they are. Alright. Back to the grindstone for me then. Okay, here's another one. It's just getting grabbed. I did this on accident during the main campaign. Hey, Yoshi. You're just gonna grab me. Can't burn it, we need the alcohol. Alright, do your thing. Scary, malevolent mist. Black mist begins flowing into Naomi's body through her nose, mouth, ears, eyes, and in no time at all, she's completely engulfed. This is one of the reasons why I didn't want to get these during the course of normal play, and why I just reloaded a save whenever we got one there at the end. Because I don't want to redo them. You know? With vision darkening and consciousness fading, the last thing Naomi ever sees is the wildly grinning visage of a woman she's never seen before. Yeah, Yoshi's lost it. Well and truly. But that's to be expected. Let me read this. Oh, we gotta go do Seiko's scene now. Alright. I can get that set up. Okay. Now I know that the other round end is here. I'm not, however, 100% sure on what I need to do to get it. We've also already seen it. This is main game. The noose around her neck's attached directly to the ceiling. There's nothing at her feet. I have to... her neck. No, that's just making it worse. Need a platform, something for her to stand on. With one final gurgle deep down in her throat, what little color remained in her face was instantly drained, and her eyes rendered completely blank. A few stray convulsions shook through her body, then all was quiet. Seiko swung back and forth slowly in her noose, limp as a rag doll. I think that's different enough. It's weird that we just didn't need to grab Bucket. Smiling and laughing all this time. Didn't you say we'd find a way out of here together? Sorry, I'm in like examination mode because I'm trying to get the bonus things. Stop this. Don't leave me all by myself. Say something. I want to apologize to you for what I said. Until just a few hours before, I was laughing and playing in school with my best friend. See, this is the same dialogue. Now here she was, right in front of my eyes, lifeless, hanging from a noose. How could I possibly accept it as reality? Maybe I just try to leave whenever I go to grab the bucket, maybe? Can't be. Yeah, okay, that's the same ending, because fair enough, it really it can only go one way. So that's not it. So what do I do to make it in? Investigating. Figured it out. This isn't a wrong end list. This is an end list, including the one that has to happen. Chapter cleared. Because I can't read. I'm gonna go get that one now. Which means I have to replay the entire thing. Yay! Seiko doesn't show up after the infirmary scene if you haven't looked at the newspaper. So we just got out of there, which we just showed that a few minutes ago, or you've seen it before, you know what I mean. It's immediately after the scary ghost thing. But instead of Seiko showing up and Naomi having a fight with her, Naomi's just on her own. Seiko? Seiko, where are you? Come on, Seiko, don't leave me by myself in here.
Seiko,
Is that you? Open that door. The door is locked from the inside. Someone's definitely in there. Why? Why? No, no. Seiko, you're alive? Hold on, I'll get you down. What do I do? What do I do? Whimper. The noose around her neck's attached directly to the ceiling. Nothing at her feet. Bucket, round 2. Come on, Bucket. You're filled with grossness, we know. Bucket. But now... Seiko, I'm right here. The bucket fell from her hands. We've seen this. This, however, should end up different. Why? Why would you hang yourself? Smiling and laughing all this time. As before. Hi. Child spirits. I can't move. And I can't even speak. I'm scared. I'm really scared. Yuki? Somehow or another, Naomi found herself with a large pair of sewing scissors in her hand. Her mouth was agape, and she was lowering the open scissors into it, as if intending to swallow them whole. I can feel the scissor blades clanging against my molars. I can hear it too. What am I doing? Why would I try to swallow a pair of scissors? My hand's moving on its own. No, stop. I wonder why reading the newspaper causes that not to happen. Because we get that bit where the boy is following us into this area the first time we go there. But that doesn't happen if we've read the thing. Weird. Okay. Looks like I got 5 more to get in chapter 2. 5, 5, 6, 9. Ugh. And apparently I have none of the extras, which is kind of interesting. But okay, I'll get to those in just a bit. Now, apparently this isn't an actual different ending, but I'm just curious. Instead of spare my students for Miss Yui, what about spare me? Of course, I want you to spare my life, but if I can die in their places, then I'll do it gladly. And now I think it's just as it was before. Crunch, squelch. Yep. Alright. Back to getting bonuses. I hit the wrong button. Crap. I forgot I meant to show off the music in each of the chapters. See, now we're in chapter 2. Nickname Swim Wars 1 out of 5. I ate my friend today. What else was I supposed to do? I was starving. We both were, and there's no food here. So we decided, together, that one of us should try to live just a little bit longer. If I ever get home, I'm supposed to tell all the people waiting for us what happened. We left it all up to a game of paper, scissors, rock. Loser eats winner. And I lost. Felt her blood going down my throat, quenching my thirst, and her meat was supple and satisfying. But that blood and that meat was once my friend. Up until just a few hours ago, I'd been talking with her. As I feasted, I just kept thinking this food used to be a person. Before I tore it apart, it all worked together to sustain a life. And every time I thought about that, I just started crying and I couldn't stop. I wanted some part of her to be with me even after she died, so I decided to keep one of her eyeballs. And I thought maybe I should write all of this down to help preserve some small portion of my sanity. Person's long dead. Alright. Get back to work. Now, as we're aware, we're not supposed to look this guy in the eyes.
合わせちゃダメよ。
Don't let your gaze meet his. But what if I did it anyway, because I just saved right over there?
なんだ
What the? Power stone in Yoshiki's pocket suddenly and spontaneously shattered.
なんか今、ユイ先生の声が聞こえたような。
I think I just heard Miss Yui's voice.
守ってくれたのか。ひょっとして。
Did I save you? She said, but it couldn't be, could it? Hey kid.
目が離せねえ。なんだこいつの目。
Damn it. I looked and now I can't look away. What the hell is up with his eyes? If me.
なんだあ、真っ暗だ。
What's going on? It's pitch black.
白崎ユイ先生サトシ誰かいないのか
Is anyone there?
だよここどこだ夢でも見てたのか
Man, where the hell am I? Was I dreaming or something?
てか体動かないし周りに壁穴の中がここ
Is his, you looked him in the eye the same as his caught you? Now I'm gonna get buried? Like that other wrong end we got earlier. Can't move. Feels like walls all around me. Am I in a hole or something? It is.
なんだ誰だ
I'll leave it in because it's still a wrong end on this wrong end collection, right? What the? Who's?
やめろ土が上から誰かが
Dirt and gravel from above.
やめろ何してんだ埋める気か
Hell, I'm alive down here. You planning to suffocate me?
口の中に詰まり出した
My mouth is getting totally filled up.
息ができねえ死ぬのかよこんな
I can't breathe. Am I going to die like this?
死ぬ誰が嘘だろ
Why? Who would? This can't be happening.
冗談じゃねえやめろ痛え目が
It's funny. Stop it. My eyes are really hurting. wrong end. Speedrunning his entire chapters just for these things.
菱沼くん、どこにいるの？
You know how Ayumi gets possessed and kind of runs around sometimes? This is one of the realities where we don't go immediately track her down like we should.
一人にしないでよ。
Leave me all by myself. Alright, kid. See you later. Well, I feel like we need to bring this one to its fruition without any cutting. That Shinozaki? Why? Which also means no. No, no, no. Please, just end this. Why is this happening? What's the point of it all? Why the hell do we have to be put through all this? Why? Why did you have to die? Is this someone's idea of a joke? Shinozaki. Why do I have to see you like this? Why couldn't it have been me instead? Well, since you asked. Those wires aren't fucking around. So don't let your possessed friend run away. Who'd have thought? Victim's memoirs, 2 out of 5. I hold in the palm of my hand a piece of a person's body, a piece of a person who was living and breathing only a short while ago. This body part used to be attached to her head, and now I'm walking around the school with it. I had no idea eyeballs were so heavy. And I just keep squishing it in the palm of my hand, as if I'm testing its firmness. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Victim's memoirs, 3 out of 5. I've been searching every last corner of this school building, trying to find a way of escaping with her. But it's not happening. No matter how much we struggle, only further misery awaits us. I'm so unbearably thirsty and so hungry that it feels like my stomach is eating itself. Every moment it gets worse. It's like a big black mass in front of me that's slowly closing in. I can't keep ignoring it. I've started talking to the eyeball in my hand to help stay focused and maintain my sanity. Stop looking at me like that. I swear, I'll find us a way out of here. Make sure I tell your family what you did for me. Yeah. Victim's Memoirs 4 out of 5. I'm writing these memoirs with sticky hands, but it's not me that is sticky, but something else. I hope you're not mad about this. Maybe you'll think I'm horrible person, but I got hungry again. Really, really hungry like I was about to do. I did something I shouldn't have done. Promised myself I would stay sane and promised myself I wouldn't do what I did, and I am so really, really sorry. Really sorry, but there is no excuse for what I did. With my bloody hands, I took the thing that I've been squishing and I put it in my mouth and swallowed it. I ate it. Goopy. Okay, Ayumi's possessed again. This time we leave. Like a real dunderhead.
篠崎。あのままほっとくのはやばいか。
Shinozaki. I shouldn't just walk away from her like this.
でも、怖えよ。
But man, I'm really scared of her right now.
なんであんなになっちまったんだよ。
I wonder what did this to her.
死ぬわ。
やべ。
Gym teacher scene
なん
again?
だこの煙は。
We've already done this. And then Ayumi comes in at the end and she saves his ass.
そういや、あの時の涙の礼、まだ言ってないな。
Never actually thanked her for what she did that day, for crying on my behalf.
そうだよ。ここに閉じ込められたことが分かった時。
And I swore to myself as soon as I realized we were trapped here
何があっても、あいつを守るって決めたじゃねえか。
that I'd protect her no matter what. Now this time we don't have the crystal.
俺の何があってもが今、
This must be a
試され
test
てんだよ。
to see if I really meant they no matter what part.
どうしてこんなことをするの？
Why the hell are you doing this? Answer me.
しろ。マジかよ。
You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't break my neck on the stairs last time, so just having the crystal prevents this? You really can't get touched by him at all, can you? Like, I thought it was just a, oh, okay, you didn't lose the thing, or here's your, like, one extra chance whenever the kid touches you. No, if you don't have it, you just fucking die later in the game. Fuck. In addition to multiple broken bones all throughout his head and neck, Yoshiki's ribcage shattered on impact and pierced his lungs. As he convulsed and writhed in an ever-growing puddle of his own blood and internal fluids, his vision hastily grew dark. The last thing he saw was a figure with wide, empty eyes and an unnatural smile stretched across the length of its face, rocking slowly back and forth in admiration of its handiwork. Ayumi was clearly very pleased with herself. There's another wrong end that we need to do. So we're I'm going back in. Victim's Memoirs. 5 out of 5.
なんだ
Crystal broke.
なんか今
Sorry, Miss Yui, but I'm reading these. If you are reading this, allow me to forewarn you. There is no hope of rescue. There is nothing to be gained. Endless wandering and endless torture is the nature of this place. I succumb to my hunger and thirst. Began nibbling on that corpse again. There's no flavor, no sensation. Just meat and fluid to sate my empty belly. I promised I would not desecrate your body anymore, but I broke that promise. Please, forgive me.
白崎
Jesus. No.
なんだよ
What the...
なんだよ何口に入れて
What the hell was in my mouth?
血の味ってお前
Tastes like blood, but... No, it can't be.
白崎これ白崎じゃねえかなんで
This is definitely her, but why?
誰がこんなことを
Who the hell did this to you?
誰だ許さねえぞ許さ
Who was it? I'll make them pay. Shinazaki's Testament. It's a yellowed school flyer, presumably taken off the wall somewhere along the way. A short message has been hastily scribbled in pen on the reverse side.
死にたくない死にたくない
I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
殺される食べられる
I'm going to be killed. I'm going to be eaten.
あいつが追いかけてくるもうすぐきっと捕まる
He's chasing me and I can't keep running.
この遺書を読む人がいたら
If anyone should find this paper,
あいつを裁いてください
I urge you, bring him to justice.
私を殺して食べたのは
The one who killed me for sustenance.
クラスメートの岸沼です
My classmate, Kishinuma. My god, he went back in for more. That didn't sound good. Okay. Is that everything for chapter 2? I think so. Let me check. Attained all endings in chapter 2. Yay! Did I show them all off though? Because that's the canon ending. We get buried alive, a wire trap, knocked down the stairs, and victim's memoirs to completion. Chapter 3, I don't have any of the others, so it's all gonna be new stuff for me. Alright. It's taking me about an hour to get all the bonus stuff from each of the things so far, but I do know that 1 and 2 are significantly shorter than everything else. Then again, I'm also not letting dialogue do its thing until we're at new territory, so maybe it won't be too bad. The recording doesn't need this. I'm just wondering for the stream. I'm gonna get to that in just a moment. The victim's memoirs in chapter 3. Otaki Mitsuhara, I want to see you again. The ghost told me. Apparently you were brought here too, but we're in different spaces. Even though we're in the same school, I can't see you. Why did this happen to us? I shouldn't be here. I should be in my Math 1 class at prep school. My sister's going to be really mad at me for skipping. I don't think she'd believe this excuse even if I told her. I feel like if I can ever find you, I'll be able to get out of here alive. I don't know why. But if we really are in the same school, then I know there must be a way of getting in contact with you, and I am going to find it. Meow. Yuka's caramel charm. We decline this time.
Yuka, ありがとな。でもこれはお前持ってな。
Honestly, with what happens to Yuka throughout this game, she needs it. I really appreciate the offer, Yuka, but I'd much rather you keep it.
俺もお前が心配なんだ。怪我しないようにな。
You're not the only one who's worried here, after all. I wouldn't want anything to happen to you either, you know? Okie doke. And apparently I'll see what this does later. We went downstairs and the earth started shaking, then I heard shattering glass. And now she's weeping. Was it just this thing or did she drop her charm?
収まったか。
Over. Ceiling, the floor just healed. Nope, she didn't drop her charm. Okay, I don't know what it does. The guy just says, you'll see it later. Let's look the kid in the eye. You pay. Hiss.
"目が合っている。なんだ？そらせない。
Staring right into my eyes. What? I can't move. Where? Me? You gonna bury me again? A different person? Oh god. Never mind. Hold on. Big brother, don't.
体が、足が、勝手に動く。
My body, my legs, they're moving on their own. Big brother, stop. The spirit of the little boy stares at you with wide eyes and mouth agape, yet he has no tongue. fall damage. It was only a few short seconds between the moment Satoshi fell and the moment he hit the ground, and there was really nothing he could do to prevent it. After all, he had no control when he inched his way towards certain doom, and he certainly had no control once gravity took over. Without even time to gasp in grim realization, he impacted onto the uneven floorboards below, and could feel his innards exploding outward. Yet he remained conscious for somewhere between a couple seconds and a minute before his life officially came to an end. Staring up at the hole in the ceiling, just as his vision began to dim for the final time, he saw his little sister, Yuka, who had jumped in after him. Admittedly, no, just walk this way was not what I was expecting. Well done. Now I gotta go back into it. Thankfully, I have a temp save. Victim's memoirs 2 out of 5. I'm so cold, I feel like the heat is just oozing out of my body bit by bit. And then there's that sound that just won't stop. What is it? My ears hurt, I can't focus on anything, I feel like there's a thin film surrounding my entire brain. I found a dying message next to one of the corpses earlier. It said there's a hallway somewhere in here that changes its size depending appearing longer or shorter, pretty much on a whim. I wonder where it is. I hate that I don't feel anything when I see a human body anymore. It sickens me. Yeah, that makes sense. Victim's memoir 3 out of 5. Mitsuhara really isn't anywhere to be found, is he? I guess it's true. I'll probably never see him again. But I may have figured out a way of getting in contact with him at least. He left me a message on the teacher's desk in one of the classrooms. Looks like even when we're in different spaces, we can still communicate that way. But it's not enough. There's no warmth to be felt from the written word alone. I miss our fights, our impromptu wrestling matches. But it's not just the physical contact. What I want more than anything is to see his face again. I just want to be able to see him around and make small talk. Ask him how he's been and what he plans to do after school. Those simple everyday interactions are some of my most precious memories now. What I wouldn't give to have those days back. Funny what runs through your head when you're trying to make frostbitten fingers move without cracking off. Why was it so cold for them? Okay, now what happens if we step on these goo things? Your HP is getting low. To recover health, return to a lit candle. I'll be honest, that one's not much of a wrong end. I don't remember talking to you a second time.
けれども私たちの存在は小さな小さな命の融合。その場に居合わせたと有象無象の波に飲まれて私の体はただ浮き沈みを繰り返
Rising
す。
and falling.
幸子の気持ちはとても嬉しい。だけどそれ以上の行いはただ悲しみを満たすだけ。
She's reciting Yoshi's diary. Because, oh, I do appreciate Sachiko's kind gesture, but any more will only bring me sadness. Please no more. That's Yoshi's diary she's talking about. That's an actual detail I wasn't expecting to find. Cool. Yuka just separated from Satoshi to go use the bathroom outside. It actually says that I have the charm now.
高いな。よいしょ。
Will my caramel charm protect me here?
はい。
Doesn't seem to be. Get back. Get back.
返して。あれ、ここは。
Where?
あれ、夜かな。ゆか、また起きちゃった。
It must be nighttime. I must have woken up in the middle of the night again.
昨日、ジュースいっぱい飲みすぎたからかな。
Probably drank too much juice before bed.
せっかくだから、お兄ちゃんを起こして怒らせてから寝よう。
Since I'm up anyway, I guess I'll go wake Big Brother and bug him a little before I go back to sleep.
ムスよ、もう一杯飲んで寝る。決定。
And maybe drink a nice big glass of peach juice too. Yeah, that sounds good.
返して。ん？
Huh?
返して。
Yeah.
返して。え？返して。
The spirit of a little girl appears right in front of Yuka's face, glowing a bluish white. Where the left eye should be, only a gaping empty socket can be seen. The disquieting snip-snip sound grows ever louder as the spirit draws nearer and presents the item she holds in her hand. It's a pair of sewing scissors, and she's brandishing them dangerously close to Yuka's face. The inner blades are dull, rusty, and caked with blood. There's little doubt that the following events are going to be unimaginably excruciating.
返して。私の目。返して。
Give it back. Give me back my eye. The girl repeats her futile demand over and over again, bringing the blades closer and closer and closer each time.
動かないよ。
I can't move, Big Brother.
返せ。
Yuka's left eye offers little resistance as the jagged, blood-soaked blade is plunged deep within. Her vision runs red as waves of unbearable agony trigger unconscious screams of primal, nearly animalistic torment. She instinctively reaches up to pull the scissors out, but just touching them lightly causes new jolts of torturous misery to flow through her body. The sound of a foreign object scraping against her cranium echoes through her mind mercilessly. Not from her eardrums, but directly to her brain. Ugh. No other experience could possibly have prepared her for this. It's all the suffering of the world coalesced into a single moment. The pain grows exponentially worse with each heartbeat, yet the trauma of the experience makes the heartbeat faster, creating an endless cycle. It's not something you can adapt to. It's not something you can ignore. All you can do is thank heaven above when you finally die. Unless you die here. I think we only have a couple more to get. For chapter 3 anyway. And then that'll probably be where the video ends. Victim's Memoirs, 4 out of 5. Old. Hurts to move fingers. No strength to write on desk, cannot talk or see friend. Tendon and leg cut, bleeding badly. So I know I'll see you again, Mao, and if anyone else finds this letter, please wish her good luck for me. Iori Kimura, Class 2-4. What happens if Morishige grabs me? Because last time I ran off. Why are you running? He just says, why are you running a bunch? Really? You chase me? Like proper? Oh shit, you do. I think last time I just ran down the stairs and he went away. But how's it going, buddy? Come on, wait for me. I said I'd help you find your brother. Yuka does not believe you. Yuka dislikes that look in your eyes. Which is fair. You're doing that Nahu thing. Okay, this is just until we find what's-his-face again. Oh, the piano actually has music. And then it stops whenever you look at it. They get nervous! Oh, I'm sorry. I'll leave you to your tunes. And the last thing for chapter 3, Victim's Memoirs, 5 out of 5. Looks like I'll be dying soon. So I'm going to try to keep my fingers steady. Just this one last time. The bleeding never stopped, and I'm getting colder and colder. I can barely see. In the end, we never did find one another here, and unless you magically pop out of the shadows real soon, we never will. Itsuharu, I've always idolized you. You constantly surpassed me in every way, always one step ahead, no matter what we were doing. I kept telling myself that at some point I'd turn a corner and you'd be there. But I knew better. My brain knew better. My brain had rejected that notion from the beginning. If I should dream in death, though, then I know I'm going to see you when I turn this next corner. Like I've been praying for all this time. We can beat up on each other like we used to. And I'll never have to be alone again. God, my head. A wave of nausea and unbearable despair suddenly washed over Satoshi's entire body. The next thing he knew, he was standing in the corner of an extremely narrow red room. His movements weren't his own. It was as if his mind were disconnected from his body, with no perception of surface or gravity or motion. After a sudden dip jarred his senses, he realized he was moving purely on nerve impulses, with no direction or control. Perhaps he'd been taken in by the curse, by the wave of negativity that permeated this space far beyond the spectrum of human understanding. His shell of a body might as well have been a twig skipping across the ground in a windstorm. Without warning, his very sense of self had been completely destroyed, leaving him in a virtually lobotomized state. It seems the remnants of a man's tormented soul are indeed a thing best left untouched. For this dying message, and the curse it carried, certainly had no trouble at all dismantling the essence of what was once a boy named Satoshi. Well, that's a lame memoir death. The other two had the characters actually doing something. And that one he just went somewhere and died. Where's the fun in that? Okay. We still have 4 and 5. And as you can see, those are a wee bit longer. So, I think I'm gonna do those in a different stream. And catalog them all in a different video. Hopefully they all fit into one. I don't know. It depends on the length of some of those endings. It may be a bit rough. Especially with Chapter 5. Because Chapter 5 is... it's a thing. I'm not exactly looking forward to it. Alrighty. And if at some point in time I'll just go grab name tags on my own, those aren't important enough to worry about recording, it seems. Not to say they're not important, they are. But it's just kind of meh. You know? Like, here's this person, they died, yes, that's important. I get that. But, like, specifically going in there and doing stuff seems a little unnecessary. And now that I'm doing some research, it doesn't really look like the extra chapters have a whole lot of, like, wrong ends to worry about. If any. And if that's the case, then all I need to do is just play through them whenever we get to them. Which means 4 or 5 and then probably its own thing for all the extra chapters. Just because there's a bunch of them, but they're all supposedly short. Alrighty. I'll probably do that next solo stream. And call this its own video. So till next time, take care.